But
I mean, it's a continent basically. There's so much. But I know you have insane nature as well. I would love to see, and
definitely have insane nature. Yeah, I mean, everywhere you go, there's in America. People ask me often, like, usually referring to our political situation, why can't America get it right? Why can't we be more like a Sweden and be more uniform and whatnot? And I'm just like, because America's 6 different countries within one. I mean, there's 6 different regions. The geography is different. The climate is different. The people are different. Religion is different. Like everything is different. Education is different. Like it's crazy diverse, America.
It's really fun when you, as an European, to think about it, because here it's a large landmass here, Europe, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different languages, all that sort of thing. We basically take all that and then you just say, okay, we all speak the same language now. And that's an oversimplification, and then sort of have a federal government above all that. Like the EU just becomes a lot more powerful. That would be the US, because you guys, there's 350 million of you.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's very close to
as a continent. It's like, that is, it's kind of, I understand it's kind of hard to be completely like have control over everything and be very sort of, let's change this thing. No, I'm sorry, Arizona doesn't want to change this thing. Okay, all right, that sucks, but what can you do? It's insane. And also the fact that you can travel across a continent and you all speak the same language. That is really messed up to me. Like, it's cool, messed up, but it's like, fuck. Because if I take a car, drive over a bridge, I'm in Germany, and then I can hopefully speak English to them, but that's not always the case. But in the fucking US, you can drive for days and you can still pull over and it's like, hey, where am I? And you have a full conversation with someone.
Oh man, that is so wild. So you guys, as we mentioned, have an eye on America and what's going on here. And I remember when I was in Scotland, fall of 2016, happened to be when Donald Trump got elected, and that was like the most insane night of my life because we were 5-6 hours ahead at the time. So election stuff is going down at 10-11 p.m. American time, and so we're watching things unfold in the morning. And I don't know what you did, but me and Sasha and Jake stayed up all night watching this thing. It was the most thrilling, maybe thrilling's not the right word, but most like jaw-dropping live television I have ever watched. And then when I went to class the next day, the same day, I didn't go to sleep, maybe for like 30 minutes. I had European kids, a classmate from France, from Germany, mad at me. I'm like, I didn't do anything here, but mad at me because they were like, we look up to you. We depend on you. You guys are supposed to be the keepers of world peace. What have you guys just done to us? And so I was embarrassed walking to and from class that day and for the next couple of weeks. And then I would go out somewhere. Oh, I'm an American. Oh, you're from New York. Oh, fancy rich boy, even though I'm not from New York City and I'm not a fancy rich boy. And they're like, oh, so you vote for Donald Trump? And I'm like, do you vote for Donald Trump and how many guns do you own? Is like the European perception of Americans. So just like, what was it like for you the last couple of years sitting back and I imagine you just on your couch with a popcorn watching the news about America just fucking up left and right?
Obviously, everyone is entitled to their political opinions and all that, but from a European, especially Swedish standpoint, politically, is like when you look at the political system in the US and what's happening there in general, not even before this, that's one of the things that are really alien sort of to us, because we like have things you understand. Like the Democratic Party would probably still be on the, I'm not like, don't quote me on this because obviously I'm not interested in politics at all, but I'm pretty sure they'd still be on the right side here. Like they're not that left when it comes to us, in my opinion. But that might not be right. Anyway, we're all socialists here. We're all communists here. We're coming. But so it's so weird. It was so weird. I remember just watching like when leading up to the election, and you guys were staying up. I was like, no, I'm going to bed. So congratulations on your first female president. That's pretty big. I'll go because it was not on the map that Trump would win. You couldn't relate to that, all the craziness and all the sort of like the politics not even closely be what you couldn't relate to at all. Like, this is not going to happen. I mean, they're a bit weird, but it's not going to happen. And then I remember waking up in the middle of the night, just going, fuck, what time is it? Who won? Trump won? No, that's I'm sleeping. That makes sense. So I wake up in the morning. Did I dream that? I dreamt that. Oh boy. And at times, a bit like Brexit, not gonna lie. At times after that, it was a bit of what's the word in it? Wait, I think you guys use the German word Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
At time in the beginning, same with Brexit as well. In the beginning, like going, oh man, like look, these guys did this to themselves. This is fucking hilarious. Look at this. He says what now? Of course he did. What did he do now? All right, great. War with North Korea? Great. Friends with North Korea? Wow. But after a while, you sort of get, oh my God, just make it end. Because you can't escape it. You cannot escape American politics, whatever you do. I actively try to avoid it because at this point, I'm just sick of it. I don't want to hear about how people are going to piss me off today. But you can't escape it. So you're constantly bombarded with, because I mean, that sells. Trump here in Europe, especially Sweden here, just seemed like such a rogue, such a wild card. He could do anything. The guy is one bad Coke away from pushing some buttons and nuking someone. Like that was at times the feeling, at least from the headlines that the media reports on what clicks, and people love to read about Trump and American politics. So yeah, but that really, I think, like you mentioned with the other Europeans there sort of looking up to US. And I think that's still, you still, like in the past, always look to the US to, I mean, they're the big guy in the West, sort of all the guys on our side. They're the big boy, the guy we can trust. And then that happens. Yeah. Which it sort of makes you question it in a sense. And then obviously like Brexit is happening. So another big guy is acting all weird. So it has definitely put some perspective or some interesting thoughts. And people said like, oh shit, maybe we should take a look at ourselves here and see what we can do here. Maybe we shouldn't trust these guys that much. I mean, they're friends, but they do some weird shit every 4 years sometimes, man.